There is a mountain in Ambarino called Mount Shann. At night, if you stand at the summit and look up at the sky, you might see something that should not exist. A UFO, hovering silently above the peak, glowing with an eerie blue light. No sound, no explanation, and if you try to interact with it, it vanishes. After almost 8 years, this is still one of the most debated mysteries in Red Dead Redemption 2, and the clues have been hiding in plain sight the entire time. Let us start with what happens. Between midnight and 2 a.m., at the summit of Mount Shann, a UFO appears. It is a metallic disc with blue lights, straight out of 1950s science fiction. It hovers for about 30 seconds. If Arthur aims his weapon at it, the lights flicker. If he shoots, the UFO vanishes instantly and does not return. If he waits, it slowly fades away on its own. The encounter is random. It does not always appear, and there is no in-game explanation for it anywhere. But here is what most players miss completely. The UFO is not just floating there randomly. It is scanning the mountain. If you look closely at the ground beneath the UFO, there are strange rock formations that do not appear anywhere else in the game. They form a pattern, a grid, and at the center of the grid, there is a single stone that glows faintly when the UFO is present. Players have spent years trying to understand what this grid means, and the answer is hidden in another mystery entirely. Deep in the swamps of Lemoyne, there is a hut belonging to a man named Marko Dragic. He is a Serbian immigrant, a genius inventor who has been building robots. In his laboratory, Arthur can find blueprints, schematics, and among those schematics, there is a drawing of a flying machine, not a balloon, not a prototype. A disc-shaped craft with lights, the same design as the UFO on Mount Shann. Marko Dragic built a flying saucer, and he launched it years before the events of RDR2. The evidence is in the game files. Data miners have found voice lines for Marko Dragic that never made it into the final game. In these lines, he talks about a successful test flight and a device that reached the heavens. The UFO on Mount Shann is not alien. It is not supernatural. It is a man-made machine, built by a forgotten genius, that has been flying for over a decade. The question is, why did Rockstar hide this connection so deeply? The answer may be the most disturbing part of the mystery. Marko Dragic is dead by the time Arthur reaches his lab. He was killed by his own robot, but his flying machine is still active, still flying, still scanning Mount Shann for something. What is it looking for? The grid on the mountain suggests it is searching for a specific location. Some players believe the UFO is scanning for a buried facility. Others believe it is trying to communicate with something underground. And then there is the third possibility, the one that changes everything. What if the UFO is not scanning for something on Mount Shann? What if it is waiting for something to come back? There is a theory that Marko Dragic did not build the flying saucer alone. He had help, and the source of that help is written in a language that does not appear anywhere else in the game. Symbols carved into the rocks near his lab, the same symbols that appear on the UFO itself. This is not a machine. This is a signal.